This past weekend, I went to Orlando. And I went to Orlando because it was already the start of my semester, and I wasn't actually going to be going over there to move and start my classes. I ended up actually staying home this semester because of all the corona stuff that was happening. But I went up there to go see my friends. And it was a lot of fun when I got to see them again. I started playing Wii Sports and drinking like usual, and it was just a great time. One of the biggest things that I took out of this weekend was the fact that we were having this very intricate conversation about running. The act of putting one foot after another in a set of different timings to be able to get your pace up and such. It was really cool. I wasn't a big runner back in high school or middle school. The thing closest to running I did was joining the runners club. And even then, that was just going to 5Ks and then hoping I would be able to get through and beat everybody up. So when everyone was talking about their track meets and their races and the different types like pole vaulting and such, I was kind of intrigued because that's something I've never actually done. I've only seen those in the movies and maybe sometimes in classes when when people would be showing us like videos about it, but never actually seeing it. Maybe more in anime. So when they were talking about this runner's high thing, I got really intrigued. The idea that your body reaches a sense of just nirvana, right? The fact that like you reach this point where your body is running without you needing to think about it. It kind of acts like this uh automatic reflection kind of thing, right? Like an automatic thing like breathing. You breathe sometimes to the point where you actually don't know that you're breathing. It's kind of reaches that point where you're just running and your body's like, "Okay, I'm running. I'm just going to keep running. Fuck you?" That to me is so fucking interesting to the point where I actually want to get to that point and do it. I remember when I wanted to try fasting, not intermittent fasting, but fasting. I guess in like I'm not gonna eat for this whole day, 24 hours straight of just no eating, and I did it. I did it because I wanted to try it. There's a lot of things in the world where like the body is able to do a lot of crazy cool things that either benefit or destroy you at the end of the day. And just having the ability to try and do these things really makes me happy and really makes me want to try them. So runner's high, getting to that point where your body is so used to running that it just like, hey, you can do whatever you want. Your legs are going to keep moving. You can actually just think about whatever you want. That stuff makes me really, really like interested in doing it. So I'm gonna see if I can try to like get a routine down and see if I can build off the act of like waking up early and running to see if I can run to the point where runner's high hits and I'm just able to keep running. Like, I don't know, man. Doesn't that sound interesting? Doesn't that sound like something crazy? The ability to just play. It's like you're in the zone, right? It's like that like when we play Smash or fighting games or when we do anything, even studying and doing homework, there's always that zone. And for the life of me, I'm blanking on the name, but that zone is so freaking cool, man. It's like you're in full effect. Your body and mind are just you are going to do this one thing and you're going to do this one thing like as much as you can. Flow. It's the flow zone, flow something. I'm so close to it, man. It's flow something. I think it's flow zone. But that kind of like effect on your body, that's something I've always loved about the human body, the human mind. The fact that you can get into that sense and the whatever you're doing in front of you, you will always just stick to it. You'll always do it. That to me is something that I would always love to do anything kind of similar to that with my body. Because getting my body to do these really cool feats, now that's some interesting stuff. Now, there's always like the people that kind of carry cars and shit, and as cool as that sounds to me, and as cool as I would want to do that, I think that's a little too extreme to the point of like what I want to do. And don't get me wrong, I definitely think that going into runners high is going to take a lot of work because of the fact that the people that did go into runners high, my two friends, they are very very used to running because they're competitive runners at the time. They were playing for the school's team. They were going to meets. They were going to competitions. Like that kind of stuff, you have to really grind out. It's something that becomes kind of your lifestyle. But I think that'd be a really cool thing to do while I'm in my classes right now since my semester just started. And my workload, while it is a lot, I don't have that many classes. And I'd love to try something new while I'm doing this stuff. That or build an app. I'm kind of looking into programming in Xcode so I can make an iPhone app because I kind of want to make an iPhone app. While I can make an Android app, that sounds really cool. kind of want to get a VM, open up Mac OS, and just code. Because to me, I think that's going to be the fun time for sure. Thank you guys for listening to me talk, and leave a like, subscribe, and do all those niggly doongly. I hope you enjoy, and see ya.